Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday Show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. This quarter-final for UEFA Cup away in Bilbao. Join myself, Oxford, on the show this evening. Is a one and only Bridge and my mucker Port Bear. How we doing, gentlemen?
I'm doing very well, mate. I'm excited for the night. This is just, quarter final. It's where Rangers seem to get regular tournaments now. We get the group stage, getting to the last 32, now quarter final, mate. And don't be surprised if we go on to a wee semi final. Excited, mate, excited.
Evening, Bridge.
Oh, good evening, guys. Big good evening to yourself, Fox, there, and the techie boys in the background, and my good mucker Port there. Can I just say I agree? It's a very exciting night, but biggest night. Biggest night, for us. Fantastic. Biggest game of the season. And can I just say to all the Rangers fans that are listening and all over the world, good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio.
You want an omen, boys? Do you want an omen?
I like them.
Was it 69 we played Newcastle? In December, I've not checked out.
I think it was.
You better ask Bridge, mate. I don't know what I'm
69 we played Newcastle in the semi-final, so we obviously played in the quarter-final in the first cup that year. 3 years later, got to the quarter-finals, the semi-finals, and the final, and won it.
They won it.
3 years ago, we played in the quarter-final, semi-final. Didn't win it. Could it be a 3-year omen? Just saying.
Oh, it sounds good. I love it.
Anyway, I believe you've got the team for this, Port.
Certainly have, mate. We've got Kelly in goal, Redvan, Tavernier, Balogun, Suter, Yefte, Raskin, Diamande, Hadji, Cherny, Dessers. And subs tonight are Butland, Maguire, Barron, Berjami, Enciala, Igaman, Danilo, McCausland, Rice, Curtis, Hutton, and McCallion. So a lot of young on the bench, mate, again.
A lot of young boys. A lot of young boys can pick up a tidy wedge, right? I'm seeing that as a potential 5-4-1, yeah. Or depending how you play the wing backs, because I can't see Hadji. I see him playing the left, Tierney on the right, and obviously Raskin and Diamande between them, yeah. I don't know how you see it, Port. What are you thinking?
Right. Well, I'm thinking it's pretty flexible, mate. So I think we've got a back three with Tav, Balogun, and Suter. I think you're going to deploy Redvan on that right side again. You have to go on the left.
I get that.
So that could be the four, yep. And then we'll have Raskin and Diamande in the middle, and Hadji in a 10 role, and then Cherny on the right, and Dessers up front. Now that going forward, then fall back.
But where's your balance? Where's your balance on the left then?
I know it means I get that, mate. I get that, but I think Hadji will probably get to that left, mate, but I think he'll get a wee sort of role where he can come inside and a link. And by the way, Cherny will do the same, because I think he's pretty dangerous when he comes inside as well to link up with Dessers, mate, so he's not isolated. So defending, we'll get into a back five, but going forward, that the two wing backs will expected to get forward into that midfield. That's where I think it'll be. So it's pretty flexible, mate. All
right. What are you thinking, Bridge?
Personally, I think you can go either way. To me, it's a 3-5-2. But of course, it could be a 5-3-2, no problem. But I think that's what it's going to be. 3 centre halves, Tavernier, and your two fullbacks. So you can go either 3-5-2 or 5-3-2, in my opinion. I think it'll be three in the middle and definitely 2 up front, in my opinion.
Is there any chance it could be a 4-4-1?
Oh.
Yeah. Right. I'm just saying that obviously you would start Tav and Redvan are natural progressions. Balogun and Suter, yeah. Yefty on the left. Yeah. Diamandi, Tierney on the right, Raskin and Diamandi between them, Hadji in front of them, and Dessers up top. Yeah.
Well,
It's a possibility, mate. Still, it's like a 4-5-1 then. Yeah, we had you expected to get forward. That's a possibility, mate. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty flexible, in my opinion.
We'll see.
There's a few things that could be changed. Yeah, 100%.
I think most people were pretty close to the teammate, but I don't. People were trying to see whether they get Hadji in. Maybe thought Barron would be in there, but obviously Barron gives you cover for a couple of positions. Yeah.
And I think Hadji's first performance against Bilbao, mate, at Ibrox, I think he deserved.
And his last kick of the ball wasn't bad neither, was it?
No. He scores a wonder goal the other day against Aberdeen as well, mate. So I think he deserves his restart, mate. He seems to be playing for the badge, and you know one thing, I've never doubted Hadji in terms of that, mate. Never doubted his quality, as you know. We've seen his quality against Aberdeen, and we've seen a different side of Hadji against Bilbao, where he was making tackles in my box and cheering a tackle like he'd scored a goal, you know. And we've not seen that side of Hadji, you know. And I'm enjoying watching him again, mate. You know, I think he's playing at the State Ibrox, or he's playing for a movement, like however you want to look at it. But let's enjoy him while he's here, and let's hope there's a performance like he did at the weekend and against Bilbao, mate, because he's a different player in Europe for me, because he gets the time on the ball to help people.
Bridge, how are you feeling, mate? How are you feeling
about the team
tonight and the team?
Overall tonight, I'm excited. My team's back in again after quite a good performance. We came back. We ended up getting a draw at the weekend. It was a tough venue for us. But some of the players I thought kind of grew up when they came on the park, including Hadji. And for me, you know, obviously the manager he's picked a team, and he's going to make them hopefully play the way he wants them to play, shape wise. Personally, I still think it's going to be a 5-3-2 or something like that. They're going to play. My favourite, of course, is 3-5-2. I'll go for that every time. But the Rangers have got a chance tonight. That's what they've got. I've got a chance. Just don't give the ball away the way we do, and don't let them score. It's simple as that. Certainly no score in the first 3 minutes, as we've been doing for the last couple of games. We've got to be able to hold them out. And if we can hold them out and then calm down and get ourselves up the park, anything could happen. Personally, as I said earlier, I'm going for a 1-0. 1-0 to Rangers.
That's a surprise. There's a surprise. Right, we better get these phone lines open, Jess.
Yeah, mate, let's hear from him. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Let's hear from East.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
It's exciting. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's still exciting, and I hope our team can be victorious, Portman.
Aye. Look, let's be really honest, Oxy, and really think about this. You know, Atletico, they head into this match in decent form. You know, they're turned to winning ways 3-1 at the weekend against Vallecano. You know, and that's them extended their unbeaten streak to 7 matches overall. You know, while they remain undefeated in their last 8 home outings. You know, Atletico have won every home game in European competition this season, mate. So, you know, I'm not going to pretend that it's not going to be a tough time, mate. But, like I keep saying, Rangers show up on a Thursday night and they show the team that we see they are. You know, it's totally different football. We get more time in the ball. The team seems to be suited better in that sort of tournament. And I said it last time I was on the show, the GB, basically it says to him, you know, I think we're a very, you know, strong seasoned Europa League team. I think that's a tournament we've been done well in for a long time since Gerrard came back in, mate. So, you know, Valverde said it in the very first match. He said that we've got all the experience. He said We go far in the tournaments. We do very well. So they fear us as much, as we fear them, mate. Because I did see some chinks in their armour, especially some of the wee breaks that we made. Even we went down to 10 men, we still created chances next year, and that for me is most important.
One of the things that gave me a bit of, I think the last 10 minutes, I don't know if that he's been doing or they were just happy to get out of there last week. Nothing each and fancied themselves at Homebridge. But I actually thought that when Iggerman came on, we had energy that they didn't have, bizarrely, that I didn't see coming. Bridge.
Forgot I was in the meter, sorry. I thought we picked up quite well and with quite a lot of the ball in the tail end of the game. And I know we only had the 9 men at that time, but I reckon all we wanted was a wee bit of luck. A good shot at goal with a wee bit of luck. Anything could happen, goes in the net, or somebody hits it with their hand, anything at all. So I was quite happy with how we finished. Disappointed to lose 2 goals against them. But my goodness gracious, we came on and tail end of the game, we're scoring 2 goals. That was wonderful. Now, obviously, that team's going to be sort of wired up to us now. They're going to do it. My biggest hope, not my only hope, my biggest hope is that Yefty plays football tonight. Because there's times when he's playing football and all of a sudden he drifts out the game completely and then he loses his man, or the guy runs past him and he goes, oops, nonsense like that. He needs to be on top of his game for me. If he gets on top of his game, they can nullify their attacks down the right, and you'll have what's his name, Redvan on the right, on the left. On their right, and then their left. Redvan will nullify them. I'm quite sure.
I don't know. You might have bamboozled everybody. You bamboozled me there, Bridge.
No, I didn't mean to. Obviously, I know that Yefty plays left back for us, but their players, when they're playing down the right, very, very good. And if Yefty's not on his game, then we can get murdered in there. It's the same on the other wing. But I think Redvan's going to play right back.
It looks that way, mate. It does look that way. Unless the two of them are forward. I think we've been joined with David. Evening, David.
How's it going, lads?
Nervous, David. Nervous means it's a big match, mate, yeah?
Fuck, this is what you want, innit? These are games that you dream it. But in another quarter final, European. I mean, it could be another crazy night again with Rangers. I'm actually quite happy with the team tonight. I kind of thought I had a feeling Hadji'd have played, and I'm not Hadji's biggest fan, but I think maybe a wee lift with the goal the other day. I just think just leave Everton out in the park tonight, because this is it. This is Everton we've got to play for. Just leave Everton out in the park, and don't be surprised if Rangers do this tonight.
I hope so. I hope so, mate. I really do. Portbear.
No, right, David. Welcome to the show, mate. Look, I said earlier on, we're not naive to think that this team will roll over and Rangers, are going to run over the top of them. But as I said earlier on, we've saved some of our best performances this season. When we've not been in great form domestically to Thursday night, and we've seen a completely different, Jekyll and Hyde-like team. And obviously, we've not put our finger on it. The manager's not putting their finger on it. Barry Ferguson even spoke about it the other day in his presser. They just can't work it out why the form's so different. I personally think it's due to the fact they get more time in the ball, and they can hurt teams a lot better than they can, because the ball's like a hot toddy in Scotland. Every challenge, you're just getting closed down, you're getting pressed, you're facing low blocks. We struggle to play through that, whereas teams in the Europa League and Champions League, they don't need their low block against Rangers, because they're expected to go and beat us. So that's where I think we get to hurt teams in that tournament. So, I'm like you, David, I'm pretty optimistic, but also caution a bit here. And another good bit of news we got was the fact one of the Williams brothers, Inaki Williams, the older brother who played on the right, who was dangerous, he's injured tonight, so he's not starting. But the superstar brother on the left, of course, has made the start.
Every time somebody calls one of the Williams, I keep thinking they're going to say sisters. I don't know why.
That's not tennis.
David, back you come, then Bridge could come in.
Aye, I mean, that's a top side we're playing tonight, but you don't play dumplings in the quarterfinals of big European competitions. It's just, that's the way it is. You're coming up against top sides. You don't play sides that can't, they're a right good side. I'd expect them to be a lot better tonight than what they were at Ibrox. But, I mean, time and time again, Rangers have performed away from home in Europe. I've got a sneaking suspicion Agaman of a big part to play tonight late on, and I just hope when we get our chances we take them. But it's just brilliant to be in the competition at this stage. So you've got to leave everyone out in the park, and it's good to see some of the young pups and all on the bench and all. I looked at that bench tonight and I see Danilo, and I've been kind of saying about Danilo, give him a chance and that, but his chance up at Pittodrie, and he never done much. So it's good to see some of the pups on the bench tonight. And I think we'll need to use the bench tonight. I think that'll be very important. Diamandi and Raskin's get big performances in them tonight as well. But this is where Raskin, I'm expecting big things for Raskin and Diamandi tonight.
And you come, Bridge.
I'm going to say what I've said before. I obviously, based on just the team layout there or the team presentation, I'm convinced in my heart that it's a 5-3-2. That's the way I see it. Where obviously the fullbacks can step up and it'll be a 5 in the midfield, and it'll be obviously a 3-5-2. There are whole massive numbers you can do it. But what I would like, you get to you're saying, well, what we got, we're going for Czerny, and if up front we're going for Czerny and Dessers, right? And I don't know why we've not got Igamani on. That's the only thing I'm in my big doubt for me, why we've not got him in the starting line.
Just started with him rather than Dessers.
No, definitely. Definitely. However, obviously we don't want to diss the guy who's going to play for the Rangers tonight. No. But my God, he's given us a hell of a time of it over the last number of games there. Chings.
Yeah, I think you obviously come on. Dessers will be expected to maybe for an hour, and then we'll maybe see where it takes us. But I want the Dessers that played in Fenerbahce to turn up tonight, Porter.
Aye, that's what we want, mate. The reason I think Dessers has started, in my opinion, mate, is because obviously when we're pressing, Dessers does a lot of work, mate. So maybe he's got one eye on that, as you said. Running out the deck. David says, leave nothing out there. Hopefully to have a night like that where he runs them ragged. The manager again had a lot of praise for Dessers and a lot of praise for Czerny for the first match. And then when they're a bit more tired, that defence, because if you noticed, guys, they were pretty slow at the back. Their centre backs were very, very slow because Dessers looked fast at Brooks. And maybe, like David touched on, a tired defence after, doing a lot of moving about and running. Igaman, fresh, he might come on, mate, and, show why Igaman's one of our most prized assets, mate. So
he's got the X factor, Igaman, and he's likely to do something.
Game changer, mate. A magician, a guy that can make the difference. I always say, make the difference player. A guy that can get goal.
Did you say a magician?
Yeah. Aye.
Just like the guy that's just joined us with the copper. We'll be joined by GB. Evening, GB.
Yeah, cheeky man. I feel as though I've jumped in a DeLorean and went back in time. This is like the old school Rangers radio. Got Port Bearox, Bridgeman, and we've got, obviously, I see David's on the call there as well. That's brilliant. Happy with the team, boys. That's a good attacking team, I think. I'm glad to see Hadji, because Hadji's been kind of got that wee bit of form going on now, and to be honest, he's the best person for that left-hand side now, I think. But I know, hopefully we can do it tonight.
If Hadji's playing on the left, GB, for that to happen, I think we need to play a 4-3-3, and I don't see that. Yeah. I think there's three centre-backs with the two. I think Hadji he could be on the left with Czerny on the right. I don't know. We'll see how we line up, mate. We'll see how we line up. David?
I will. It's just going back to Dessers there. It's a huge night for him, I know. All I want tonight, just please get us up the park. Hold that ball up the park. It's so important. We're going to be under the cosh tonight on a number of occasions, and you must hold that ball up the park, win fouls, throw-ins, win free kicks. It's so important he gets us up the park tonight. He's got a massive role to play tonight. So, aye, it's a huge game for every one of the players, of course. But I think Dessler, just get us up the park. It's so important. You can't, if the ball just keeps coming back at you in Europe, it's just not going to work. You must hold that ball up, win fouls, throw-ins, whatever. Right, lads, I'm away anyway. But it's hopefully he's on after again.
Yes, we'll be on. Win, lose or
That's
draw, that's the Glasgow Rangers story, mate.
Well, lads, writing about them, and I fancy the teddy bears tonight.
Oh,
On
you're
yourself,
right,
Davey.
I
Hey,
so
lads.
much hope you're right. Cheers, mate.
Right.
Cheers. Aye, so I've turned it. It could be a 5-4-1 then. I don't know. There's a lot of flexibility in the Port Bear, isn't there?
Aye, that's what I touched on, mate. I think it's been set like that for a reason, because they've got danger all over the park. Players that can really hurt you, Sanchez, the Williams guy, that number 7 that came on at Ibrox when Inaki Williams went off, Ben Chiraga, the one that scored the goal that got chopped off. He's a dangerous wee player. He actually looked better than the actual Williams brother that went off. So I think Barry's just been, he's covering all bases, mate. He's got good defensive team in there that he can stay strong that first 20-25 minutes, mate. But like we did at Ibrox, because obviously we're all sitting thinking, God, we lose goals sometimes too in the first half, and I think the fact that we have to keep it tight, we've got the option to do that, sit in and soak up the pressure, because one thing we are good at in Europe, mate, we're good at soaking up pressure in Europe and hitting on the counter, because we've got pace. We've got pace up front. We've got, Czerny, Albrecht, Diamandi's got pace, Breck midfield. So one thing we are good at, mate, is on that counter attack, and I think that's going to be very important, right? And it's, by the way, it's great to have Suter back in there as well. For me, that's a bonus, especially when we lost Sterling. You know what I mean? So again, another reason to keep it tight at the back. Somebody that's going to be aggressive in there. So there's a lot of flexibility, and there's players in there that can hurt you, but there's players in there tonight, like Barry will always say this: go and win your battles, win every challenge, second ball. Fight for every cause. It's a war tonight, Oxford. As far as I'm concerned, it's a war. Go and make it a typical fighting, spirited war for a Scottish side, and get in their faces, because teams don't like playing against teams like that, Oxford. And then you're expecting my wee flair players to give us that moment of magic, like Czerny, Hadji, Igaman when he gets his part. I think you have to keep it dangerous as well, mate. So I think we've got players that can hurt them, definitely.
I have to say, agree with you. As long as our team starts, and obviously the managers put in 5 players there. You think to yourself, in a minute now, what is he going to use? How are they going to use them, and so on and so forth. So he's stuck a wee conundrum in for everyone to get their teeth in. So it looks good for me. It looks good. It's quite positive. Andy doesn't understand what he's put in, then they'll be the same as us. We don't understand what he's done either. As I say, I think it's going to be a 5-3-2. But when we're attacking, we're looking for the two wing backs to get their body up the park and hurt themselves to keep going. I don't expect our centre forwards, or centre halves rather, including Tav in that, to be up front too many times. I think it'll be quite a defensive format for us, to be honest.
I think he's trying to get his best players available in the park, apart from Igaman, if I'm honest, GB. I mean, there's, the players that he selected, they're, because of who's fit and who we've got to choose from, there's not that many surprises, really, is there?
No, and it's the strongest team, so we've kind of got no excuses tonight, haven't we? I mean, that's the strongest and the most on form players that we can field on the park tonight. Also, Egerman is a good one, I think, to bring off the bench. Shocks. I think he's mentioned it just before I came on there. I think that'll be a good tactic as well. Knacker them out for a good 70 minutes, and then we bring on Egerman to get his wonder goal. He's been enjoying that. I mean, Aberdeen, Celtic. I mean, he's been coming off the bench and, like I said, getting that important goal that finishes the game off. So I hope he can kind of maybe do the exact same thing tonight for his Ox. But I think I agree with Bridge as well that we've got to start good tonight. I think we need to just control the game for, like I said, minimum the first 20-25 minutes. No panic, and then just like I say, try and take some chances when the 40s.
I think, listen, they'll play at a tempo, and their crowd will expect them to go forward. If we come out, as the time goes on, and if we've not lost a goal, that'll favour us more and more, mate, because that's a big factor in it. But listen, we've got the manager, Barry Ferguson, and then we'll come back to Portbear. So let's hear from the gaffer, Barry Ferguson.
Barry, kick-off's approaching here in Bilbao, a huge night for the squad. What are the emotions like right now?
Excitement. The guys deserve to be here. They deserve to be given the opportunity to try and get in the semi-final. So we've had a couple of good days preparation, and now we're ready for kick-off. So really looking forward to it. Team news tonight: you welcome back Mohamed Diamande, John Suter from suspension. Two big players to have back, aren't they? Yeah, big Suits at the back, obviously. Brings a lot of experience. He's a leader. He brings a lot of quality. So delighted to get the big man back, and obviously Deal as well from suspension. He brings a lot of energy, a lot of quality, and sometimes you have to make some decisions. But I just feel that the 11 that I've went with are the 11 that hopefully can get us through at the semi-finals. What's going to be important to get that result tonight? A lot of discipline, a lot of concentration. That's something that we've spoke about. Try to keep 11 men on the pitch would help. The last couple of games, having a man sent off, but they've shown their qualities. Even when they go down to 10 men, they're willing to dig in for each other and fight for each other. But we'll obviously give ourselves a better chance if we keep that to 11 players. So yeah, we're prepared as we can be. And we're really looking forward to the challenge ahead. I think we spoke last week obviously about the defensive performance as well. Is it about finding that balance of obviously defensive but taking the chances as well when they come? Yeah, because defensively I thought we were excellent. It wasn't just the defenders, the midfielders and the forwards chipped in. So we need to be defensively solid tonight, but also when we get that opportunity going forward, we need to have quality. And I believe we have got quality in the team, and that's the challenge that I've put to the players, to go and find that balance, and hopefully it's going to be enough to get us into the semis. It doesn't get much bigger either, the opportunity for the players to go out there and really show what they can do either. Yeah, go and embrace the challenge. I want them to go and enjoy this, but listen, when the whistle goes, the concentration levels have to be 100%, because you've got to remember you're up against a really good team. But listen, I've got every confidence in them. They know that. They need to believe in themselves a wee bit more. I'm sure they will after we've had the conversation today. And as I said, everybody's geared up, ready to go, and hopefully we can get a successful result that helps us into the semi-finals.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Portbear.
Aye, interesting words to Barry. He again, as I said, he's in there motivating the troops, getting them ready, instilling that confidence, instilling that belief, instilling that, how important this tie is to get to a semi-final.
Welcome to the O2 messaging service.
I want to hear Manchester, are you ready? I want Manchester United to win tonight, and I want to hear that at the end of the game. I'll be buzzing. Another wee omen, mate. Manchester, are you ready again? That's what I want for this semi, mate.
Brace yourself, Manchester. What about a commentary?
Yep. Oh, mate. That's what I want to hear tonight. Ali on pro comms with his compadre. I want to hear the wee man giving it loud tonight about Manchester. Here we come, mate. What an event that would be.
Aye. We'll see how it goes. Look after myself and we'll take anybody. We'll take anybody. Funny, the two teams that we can play, we've played both of them already. Very unusual, I suppose. There's been a lot of anomalies, and you take PSG, who maybe arguably the favourites for that competition in some people's eyes. But they finished 15th in the group. They're through to the semis, you know. Well, it's thrown up with conundrums, but it maybe been more exciting. But Europe's not for everybody, Bridgeman, is it? You know?
It's obviously that's a question that nobody can really answer. I personally think Europe suits us to a T. If we only had the players that can turn on every week, it'd be great, you know, every time we're in Europe. But with tremendous, absolute tremendous performances.
Carry on, Rich.
And I was just going to say that you mentioned Manchester, you know, we look out Manchester. I think I'd said to you before, and if I haven't, I'm going to repeat it. I was on listening to Talk Sport, and they were on about the Manchester game, and blah, blah, blah. They were going to have over 100,000 Rangers fans are coming into Manchester. And I wrote into them and emailed into them and says, better double it up and make it 200 or 250, pal. That's what you're going to get. They're going to invade you. And they did. They did. Oh, that was a wonderful time, that was, wasn't it? You were there, Oxford, weren't you?
Aye, I was there.
Aye. Wonderful, just wonderful.
Aye, it was, apart from the game.
Of course, apart from the game, of course. Yeah, but I just, the occasion alone, it brings different things and different folks. I just feel...
The last memory was getting into Sainsbury's, mate. There was the shelf, so the alcohol was empty, bar 6 bottles of baby sham. So I got them for Fox.
Oh, brilliant. Well done.
That's
well
true,
done.
Mate. 6 bottles of baby sham. That was all was left.
Absolutely electric, it is. Absolutely electric. No, I'm seriously looking forward to the night. I thought Barry sounded very positive, and that's the way I want to hear him. I don't like listening to Barry when he's any negativity in him, because he just does things, and it sounds as if he's against the club in somewhere, or, you know, and he doesn't say the right thing. And he's positive. If he's positive, then and he goes and he'll say the right things. And he did quite well. I thought that was a quite good interview. Thought that was very good.
I think for his sins, and whether you like him or you loathe him or you love him or you hate him, he wears his heart on his sleeve, GB, doesn't he?
Aye, Oxy, he talks what we think, I mean, a lot of the time. So, no, I agree with Bridge. He's very positive. He looks as though he's had a talk with the team to say, look, just have total belief in yourselves, because you're not just here to make up the numbers tonight. You've earned the right to be here. And like, when you think back to the last time we were in the quarter-final, that this is probably written his off as well in that game, and we went out and smashed them early doors. So I hope for Barry that we get this kind of moment for him, Mox. I think it would be good for him.
I think the last quarter-final went to extra time. I think you were sitting there, Mr. Port Bear.
Aye. Mm-hmm. There was, aye. That's what I'm saying. Thanks to yourself, I think, that night as well, Fox.
You remember going to the ticket office, Port Bear?
I did, aye. Dear crap myself, thought I wasn't getting in. I'm like, woman, take it. No, you must get that wrong. That's definitely wrong. Gaz is like, calm down, mate, calm down, it's all right. Oh, what a night that was, but what a night, God.
Oh, dear.
Must have been nipping. I kissed his wee cheeks off that night, so I did.
That was funny, GB, wasn't it? It was bad, that bang in London, but it was funny.
I thought you were actually taking the mic as well when you said just go to the letterbox. I'm like, I've not even seen this. This must be like a special place you pick up tickets.
That's for special people.
Special people in here.
What they didn't realise when you two turned up, it was for special needs as well.
I know.
Very good.
Two is wondering about like a couple of donuts, man.
That was a funny night.
That was a good result that night. Hopefully the same tonight, Bridge. Hopefully the same tonight.
Oh yes, absolutely. I just want
that went to extra time. That went to extra time as well.
I'll take anything. I seriously will. I'll take If you can even get one of these crap goals, I'll take one of them. I would love it. I would absolutely love it to get us through this tonight. And that's all I'm taking, one game at a time. If we get us through here, it'll be a miracle for us, in my opinion. Just absolutely fantastic. Compare with how we're feeling now to how we were feeling a couple of weeks ago, and even at the weekend, we played against that mob up on Pittodrie, and we were dreadful in the first half. And you're thinking, hey, how are we going to play that in Europe? No, it's not right. I know what I'm saying.
10 changes in the team.
Of course. And I'm obviously 100% behind the team, and I just hope everything goes well for us tonight. Because they're my club. I want to be in there. I want to be in there with the club. Get it done. Come on, Rangers.
I've been sent another Roman. You want another Roman? Well, in 2008, we played a team for the Iberian Peninsula. Is that right? That's Spain and Portugal, is that right?
That's them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we drew the first game, nothing each at Ibrox. And then, yes, Stephen Whittaker and Darshafel scored, wasn't it? 2-0.
Sporting Lisbon, mate. Sporting Lisbon.
Yes.
Sporting Lisbon. Wow.
Whittaker's run for the halfway line, mate, and what a goal that was. Yep.
That was fabulous. Fabulous, by the way.
This is what I'm saying.
You're getting very excited.
That's what I'm saying, Bridgeman. Over the years, Oxford, GB, over the years in that tournament, we have had some amazing nights. Amazing nights. Well, and I keep saying it, we are an experienced team that I think teams have got about a fear factor about us, mate, because we show up. We've beat big teams. People say, for years you're punching above your weight, But, that carries you so often, that carries you so long. Are we punching above our weight, or are we genuinely a team that gets regularly out the group stages and into the latter stages of European tournaments? I think it's a latter now, mate. I think this punching above your weight thing has to go because, and I know maybe it's financially punching above our weight because we've not got the finances like the rest of them have got to get where we're getting these tournaments. But we're getting there, and every time we've watched our team do it, we've deserved it, lads. We've deserved to get there.
Right, I'll take that. I'm still laughing thinking that you got to that Monday.
I was ready to walk back to the car in a huff.
I know, but think about it, boys. And remember, right, he's a nice wee dinner, didn't he?
Oh, aye.
Aye, we did, aye. Aye, down at the village and then up round to the wee windy. But I stood back right enough. I let Port take the hit. I was like, I'm the wandering up to that windy.
Just for the record, Port, where your mate GB was in a gag.
I wondered why he was sort of pushing me forward to that window, mate. Sorry, you get him, mate, you get him. I'll just stand here like, are you okay, mate? How do you bother? I'll get him. Woman's like, I've got a clue you're talking about, mate. And I was like, what? Hold on a minute, Missy, you need to
better watch yourself with these women at the window, they might batter you.
I watch the windies.
I think we've got to score tonight. So we'll get Dessers, we'll get attacking players in Tierney and Hadji. Yeah, that's our attacking threats, isn't it? Yeah. I think that Raskin will make sure he tries to bolt the door. So Diamande might be able to join in a wee bit more. So that'll be an open play. And then set pieces can become important. Bridgeman.
Why, set pieces will be very, very important. And all set pieces, the ones against us as well. So we need to be on our guard and do the business. But set pieces, we can't waste a ball. When we've got the ball up in their half and we're taking set pieces, I'm not being funny when I say we just can't waste a ball. We do. I mean, we've played against some teams. We ended up taking a free kick, 30 yards out, and we pump it straight over the bar. Even, just nonsense. We don't want that. Get a decent ball in. If you don't want to shove a shot, get a nice cross in if you can get it. That's what we need. I'm getting so excited. I'm serious. I'm up for this game, by the way. I'm up for this game.
Where I thought we were dangerous Oxford as well. Some of the long passing, I think we need to mix it up. I think it's all right playing through teams, but I think they look pretty vulnerable with that diagonal over the top. Tav played a couple of crackers that Dessers almost got onto. Some nice touches with Dessers as always, and that one when he turned on the edge of the box and just put it by the post. And that came for a sort of nice long diagonal for Tav. So I think there'll be times where Atletico will play one up front, mate. So if our wing backs can keep an eye on the two wingers, Tav at times, mate, could step into midfield and also, step a wee bit further forward to make them passes. So I think Tav could have a bit of a role tonight, to make a extra man in midfield, which you say would let Mandy and Hadji get a wee bit further forward to support Dessers. So I think that, watch out for that tonight. Our nice wee diagonal ball that over that sort of right into the left sort of centre back, left back area, where Dessers seems to be looking and sometimes can pull off like the Man United goal, etc. And the Batiste goal we got over there as well. That was an important sort of wee tactic we used, mates. I think we should be mixing it up tonight as well. Go long at times, not all the time. Let's try and get, Tierney on the ball and Hadji to do their magic. But that diagonal ball for me, mate, will be very important tonight.
Not having a go at Jack Butland here because it's not the time, but everybody glad that Liam Kelly's playing tonight. GB?
Yeah, mate. Brave again with Barry, but it had to be happening. Ox, so it says Jack's kind of put himself into this position. So, and Kelly had a fantastic game, so it's up to him to finish the job off, Ox, I think, as well.
Bridge?
Yeah, no complaints at all about that. I think that the lad's done the business over the two games. He's done some great saves and a big penalty save against Aberdeen. You can't ask any more than that. He's definitely well worth it. Well worth a shot.
Port?
Aye, mate. Again, like PGB touched on, difficult decision. I think with the night he had, basically, like Kelly touched on, he had basically Butland's night in Fenerbahce. Kelly had that Ibrox the other night, penalty save, made some nice saves as well. Distribution was all right as well. And I think, I said this on the show, the second part, last Thursday, I think it's to do with Kelly's jersey to lose, mate, until the end of the season.
I don't disagree, mate. I don't disagree because once you start playing well, mate, what reason is it to drop you? Butland's been dropped because he's form. Wasn't he injured and the boy we could come back in? It was basically dropped because he's form. Yeah. But anyway, I wish Liam Kelly all the best tonight. Hope he's a great game or a quiet game. GP or a quiet game.
I think you said it last night, Ox. Just hopefully this does the basics for us tonight. We're not wanting to be overly busy with having to make fantastic out the world saves. As long as he comes and catches the ball and just manages the game for us and helps control the defence, then that's all we would really want to see tonight, mate. Just hopefully a nice calm performance would be nice, but I doubt it will be, mate. It's a quarter final. Both teams want to get to this semi final. So I'm looking forward to it. Bit nervous, but hopefully that's as the boys can produce something special again tonight.
Last word for your good self, GB.
Again, Knox, just to add to that, just again, hope that you all enjoy it. Best of luck to the Bears that are there watching it tonight, and best of luck to the team. Hopefully it's a fantastic result.
Port Bear.
Hi, mate, looking forward to it. I'm excited. I think keep it tight the first 25 minutes, and I think anything can happen after that, mate, because always remember at Ibrox, I don't think my goal was peppered by them, mate. I don't think we don't score a lot of goals, by the way, and my goal wasn't peppered. So let's go and get a result tonight, and let's, as I said, Manchester, here we come.
Bridgeman.
What can I say of that? Wonderful night tonight, by the way. Upstairs, smashing, great discussions. Well done to the guys, Port Bear and GB, and the techie boys in the background. Personally speaking, I'm proud as hell as my team. They've got themselves in a really good position. If they can come away with a result tonight, they'll be in an even better position. And there we go. We can build for there, and we're getting players fitter all the time. That's great for me. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world, biggest game of the season coming up, massive, massive game. Keep it going for the Rangers, everybody. The Rangers need you. Keep it going.
Thanks to David for joining us, GB for popping in, and of course Bridge and Port Bell for doing the show, Fox and doing the technicals in the background. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back 15 minutes after the final whistle. You never know, it could go to extra time and penalty kicks, but we will be back 15 minutes. Thanks for listening, and I've only got one thing to say. Come on, Rangers. Take it away, Foxy boy.
Of